Okay, so now you know what is how to search for the job, and then you are ready with the resume. Now you are sitting to apply for your job. Okay, when you when you are sitting to apply for your job, first point what you have to do is take the JD. Without JD, matching the JD and your resume, don't ever apply. Again, you think that you are a recruiter and you have 1,000 application. How do you choose that? How do you choose your resume from out of the 1,000 application? How to think? So try to match, try to have the JD, whatever the JD points they have it. Let's say, like I'm not saying to you to modify the resume totally. I'm saying, like, let's say if in JD it says that you want a pivot table, but whereas pivot table experience, I'm just saying as a common one, okay? And whereas you are very good in Excel, and then you are an advanced level in Excel, even you got a certification in Excel, but they were looking only for the pivot table. But they will filter your resume only with pivot table by searching pivot table. But you have all this thing more than what they are looking for, but you don't have that pivot table, the keyword in your resume. That way your resume will be missed. So don't do that. So try to take your JD, take a JD and then match that with your resume. Okay, and then try to apply with a reference. This is more, it's very important part. So whenever you are applying your job, try to apply with your reference. Without reference, don't apply for the job. If you're, like, even if you take 1 or 2 days, because all the job posting, they will wait for a couple of more days. It's not like if they post today, tomorrow it's not filled. It's not like that. They will give a time. So make use of the time. Try to find the reference. Try to work with people like around your network, like around your people, and then try to find the reference. So let's say if I'm not able to find the reference at all, so what you do is, if you go to your LinkedIn, search my name or search XY name, like let's say if you search his name, if he has anyone who worked in that company, you can catch him, through him you can get it. So that's where I'm saying LinkedIn. Even after this meeting, when you walk out, try to connect, or you all connect through a LinkedIn. If you might get a job in next week in XY company, then you might apply your job after a couple of months in the same company. There's a reference. So always, when you go out of this thing, I'm not sure whether you are connected in Facebook, but that more than that, just be connected professionally in the LinkedIn. So whatever the thing, you just apply in the reference, through reference.
Ramon, I have a question about references. Like, say suppose, for example, EY is there, Ernst & Young. Okay, I have a person who can give me reference back in India. They're working in EY in India, but a good friend of mine, they're ready to give a reference. And does it make any difference if the employee is in Canada employee or India employee?
I prefer to have it in the Canada. Reason was, there is 2 things where I'm pushing you to go with reference. The thing is, the first thing is, if you're going with a reference, he will also help you to get your job, because he will also get your referral bonus. Some XY person also will get a reference bonus. That's point 1. The second point, let's say if you have 5 people in the same company who's ready to give you a reference, whom do you choose is from whom the project is. If this person refers you, that's for sure you will get the job. Try to catch that person. You're getting my point. Like, let's say if you're applying in a CGI, you have 4 people working in a CGI, but it's not you can go with any 4. Like, try to go with who is in that team and who is a hire manager. So try to go with and who is ready to refer. It's not like all hire manager will not refer you. Even like the guy in the middle, like intermediate level, can push and can talk to the recruiter and then can get it.
Because my supervisor in my previous company is in EY right now, and I saw an opportunity, like they were ready to refer me.
Yes, like if you're not finding here, yes, please go ahead. Yeah, I'm not saying don't go with them. And even if they have a good contact with EY Halifax, please, it's when I say cover letter, so the cover letter should you should not have one standard cover letter and try to use the cover letter, the same cover letter for all the companies. No. You have to have a cover letter for each job and each for JD. You should have a separate cover letter. So let's say if I'm not good in making a cover letter, now there's a lot of new tools came in. If you say like I want a cover letter for this role and for this, it will give you the cover letter. There are now ChatGPT, all that is came in. If you feed in, it will give you the thing. If you want a resume, good resume, just feed. I want a good resume, it will give you. Even if say I'm not good in English, so say if I'm not good in English, what I should do is try to use that resource. See, whether you're good in one thing or not, it's making a contact and trying to know something which will make you happen. Try to learn that. That's what I'm saying. So try to have a cover letter to specific to that JD, specific to that what are the jobs you are applying it. If you have that JD, sorry, if you have that cover letter, it will be more useful. Okay, and then yeah. So if you are finding the job, like XY job, then from RBC, I'm giving an example. If you go to Indeed or if you go to LinkedIn, if you go to any place, the same job you will see it. Okay, don't ever apply with the LinkedIn all of that stuff. Go directly to the RBC site, directly apply to RBC. It's how there is air flight tickets available, Air Canada train tickets will be available in all the website. But if you book it in Air Canada directly, in case if you want to change it or if you want to contact the person directly, it's easy to contact. That's how the same here, job description. But if it's not in that website, yes, you please go and apply wherever you're seeing it, just apply to that. And always when you apply, try to apply to reference. Okay?
Recent days I saw they are not posting jobs in their website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like apply directly.
They are applying directly to the LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Okay.
LinkedIn or other reference, they are not posting their jobs in the website.
Hmm.
They are
It's a link.
moving
Which
on
company? Let me try to know it. So
DT.
NTT. Okay, so they're directly posting it.
Yeah. So with their friends circle.
Sorry.
With their friends circle.
I think I have also got the experience because the IBM interview I gave, literally after my interview, I had updated it in the job portal.
Okay.
So they will post it in the job portal at one point of time.
Hmm.
But the thing is that they start the recruitment process even before they get all the back-end approvals for the posting and everything. By the time it is posted, they already have some interviews scheduled.
Yeah.
So that's the reason they posted in
Before
LinkedIn.
they are posting, the interviews are going
So
on.
Because
what
I
you are saying
guess-
is the most fastest route is LinkedIn.
Not
No.
LinkedIn. They are working reference.
Yeah, that is different.
Because
Yeah.
I have experience of doing this actually. In my previous organization, Virtusa, I was a manager and we needed, actually we had a huge team and we needed 2 managers to manage it and I wanted a second manager. So instead of going through the process of getting approvals from my higher management and then posting it again onto the job portal, we had a recruiter post it on LinkedIn. So by seeing that on LinkedIn, people came, contacted the recruiter, they had their resumes. So by the time we could actually post it on our company website,
No longer.
we had the interview scheduled, we had almost one or couple of interviews and we knew, and filling out the job portal was just a formality by the end.
Yeah. So if you remember, I covered that point in previous slide saying that if you joined in any community group or WhatsApp group or that, if they're getting any roles, that's where you get it first. Let's say if I'm a manager, I know that there is one role coming in my team. So what I'll do first is, I'll tell to the whole team members, whether do you know anyone that, because that saves my work. Because if it's I'm getting it through the network, there's 2 advantages. One is I know if that guy is not working, I can catch hold of the guy who's referring it. That is the point 1. The second point is, if it's not through the network, like if I want to put it in the LinkedIn, all that stuff, and like I want to get a lot of uploads, I want to write a job description. It's a huge work for me. It's an additional work for the manager. So what they, instead of doing that, what they're doing it is they're trying to convince all that in the team meetings, and then they, like, even they're giving a booster for the team members, like saying that we are recruiting a lot of people. So if you know any of your friends, please refer it out. So what that friend will be doing is they will put it in the comment, like in the community groups, on Facebook groups. If you see, in there's some role came like what is that? The call center. Like there's some call center. It's in the Halifax, right? And then if you see the Indians in Halifax, there will be every week they'll used to put that a job opportunity, saying that in our call center there is some openings going on. But you will not be able to see that in a LinkedIn or in their website.
My friends are all working in entity. I didn't see any job. When did you get a reference?
Yes.
I'm thinking like that.
Yes,
only.
all that. I know what the job you are referring to. Which you are referring to, that the insurance, FNL,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Role. Yes. Even I know. Even I got for a couple of people. I got that role through one of my friends in NTT, but it was not posted in
Yeah,
the
I didn't
website.
see
Yes.
it with.
But the point what I'm saying here is, this is little different. The point what I'm trying to convey here is, this is when it comes to the portal, when it is come to the portal, entity portal, you will also see the entity portal, you will also see it in the LinkedIn, Indeed order. Don't go there, try to update it. But before coming into the portal, it's a different story. It's a different story, and for that you have to have good networking within the entity office or
Because that kind of posting will be closed in a day. So because that's just a formality.
Yeah, that's the
True.
problem.
So by the time all the approvals are in place, they post it, it becomes live. So what we'll do is like I just okay, now that it is live, we'll ask the candidate to just apply. So he will fill up
Now
what all
I'm
the
waiting
details.
for
and-
that.
True.
So it will be like immediately
No
like
need to
next the
wait
manager
for-
will be saying yes, he has this selected, closed.
The same
It will
way,
happen in ours.
yeah, I agree that the same way, whatever the post they put in the Canada job market, like there is a for the
GC.
Canada GC, it's all just for namesake. Because if I want to bring someone from foreign, like if I want to bring someone from India, or then I want to post that in that group, and then I want to wait for a couple of weeks, and then I want to confirm that no one is supplying it, then I want to bring it up. So that's it's just a formality, they are posting it. So don't discourage by like yourself by seeing that post. Okay, few sites they put it to market their website and market, like even Indeed, few posts it's been what to say like it's been completed, or it's been filled by other people, but still they have it in the Indeed because they want to pump the marketing for their site.
I'm guilty of doing that.
But yeah, that's how they do it up. We cannot comment for
Because
that.
like that makes it quicker. Because as a project, when you are sitting in the project, you would want your employee to, like, you want your, say suppose your team member to be onboarded within a week or two.
Yes.
But at the same time, all the higher management, all the finance approvals and everything will take a couple of weeks. So instead of keeping it for 1 month, you can get it done in 2 weeks.
So I strongly agree with that point. Whatever you are telling in the entity, yes, that happening. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions here? Okay. So when you prepare for the interview, let's say now you applied and then you are lucky person, you got your selected for the interview, and tomorrow is your interview. So how do you prepare today? Is that you have to go, you can go to the Glassdoor or Indeed and see what are the types of questions you will be getting it. So like don't rely only on that. Don't prepare only that question. Just it's a blueprint, like how the pattern will be. You can see it in the Glassdoor or Indeed. The second point is try to follow up with the person who referred you, because the best person to help you is the person who referred you, because that that referred person will be also paid, like if you have been onboarded. So he will try to help you in making that into smooth and clear. So try to follow with that, right? Or even if let's say when you apply, you don't know that this guy was working there, even that's okay. Like you can try to approach him and then try to ask him like what type of questions you will be getting there from. Then you can contact the license mentor, or you can if you want to have any, if you have a tomorrow, if you have any interview, if you want to have any market interview, I'm also ready to help you. Sorry, like if you want to have a market interview, I'm ready to help you out. If you like, if you're a little nervous, if you want to give it attempt, I'm here to help you for doing market interview. Or you can also contact your license mentor for doing that. And then whenever you tell something, whenever you during the interview, whatever you are conveying, try to give it in an example and try to give it in the volume. Let's say if you worked on the testing, like instead of saying I raised a defect, I raised 10 defects or 20 defects in a day. So give a count so that they know how many volumes, like how much volume you worked on, and how big company you worked on. That's how you know it. If you are into insurance, you can say that I opened 200 claims, I opened 200 new policies, all that. So just give a count, and the example should be very right fitting for that. And which company, all that, and then prepare a scenario based. So whenever you say something, try to like if I ask you what is Java, then say that like when I was working in automation, I used this Java for this. Like try to give it a scenario based. The reason why I'm saying scenario based is when you try to talk in a scenario based, you don't go deeper with the technical part. You also will not confuse. Like more you will be focusing on the scenario than the technical words. You're getting my point? Yeah. So, and then what is next? Then like before going to that, the other point, so what I'll tell is like if it's 1 hour is your interview time, whatever you speak, try to keep your ball in your court. Like within whatever the point you are strong in, you keep your ball in your court. Like try to talk more on that. Even though let's say for that matter, don't take more time and tell about yourself. But if you are like, let's say if they are asking about a stings, or if they are asking about automation, if you feel that you are very strong in that automation, try to talk more till they stop. Try to keep on talking so that you you're burning your time. Like the interview is only 1 hour. How long you taking and how long you being showing that you are strong, that's advantage for you. And okay, so before you go for the interview, try to visit who is interviewing it. Like if you know that person who is interviewing it, try to go and search in the LinkedIn profile, his name with his name, all that, and see what field he is strong in. If you are strong in, it's good for you. If you are not strong in that field, try to be away from that the skill set and try to be newer skill set. Whatever you are strong in, try to spend more time on that. Okay. And plan. Sometimes they will be giving you a call. The HR, the recruiter, especially in the testing field, they will be telling you that tomorrow is your technical round. So don't prepare only for the technical round. Then be prepared for the behavior round. So when I say behavior, the behavior, if you Google it out, there is a standard behavior questions. Try to prepare that and try to have that in wherever you go. Even if it's not only the IT field, even if it's in the insurance field, wherever you go, try to have that behavior questions. Like some set of questions. What are the challenges, positive, negative, and short term, long term, all that. It's some standard thing. Always be ready for that. And with the example scenarios. Because the reason why I'm saying, keep on saying about the example and scenarios and example will kill your time. Like when I say kill your time, like you can take more time on the same topic. Whatever the topic you are strong in, then you can spend more time on that topic. Okay. Next please. Okay, so during the interview, so let's say now I'm sitting in the interview for today's interview, and like who has like for all of us, it's English is our second language. It's not first language for us. So don't think that like I don't have like I'm having a communication problem, or I'm not good in English or that. It's English is just a tool to communicate the thing, and the English is a language. It's not a knowledge. Okay, knowledge. If you're strong in the knowledge, if you're strong in the subject, it's easy. You will get the English. If you're not strong in the subject, what you're going to talk, then there'll be a lagging in English. But yeah, so make your subject strong, make your skill set strong. Automatically English will be easy for you. And try to have a good location setups, all that. Don't ever sit in the sofa and don't turn it up. Let's say, even though if the video call is still this level, it might like sometimes your pen will fall down and then you will be disturbing the camera, all that stuff. Don't do that. Try to sit in the work location and have your interview. And the background video, audio, just before 5 minutes or 10 minutes before, just to check all audio, video, so it's working fine, all that. And don't use your phone for half the day. Let's say if you're having an interview at 3 o'clock, don't ever use your phone from morning to evening, because it will change your mood. Because whatever you're seeing it in the phone, you'll be in that same mode. Or even you'll be seeing your videos, all that in your native language, then your English will not be that efficient in coming up. So try to avoid the phone. It's all self points, like it's nothing special over here. And always, so think that like when you're sitting in the when you sit for the interview, think that in a market 10 people are selling the mango. You're one among that. How different you sell your mango is a part. Mango is your skill set. This is like Mahesh, how I am selling my skill set in given a time, in a 1 hour. No one will be checking my skill set on that 1 hour. Like in the market, no one will be no one will be tasting the mango on that market and then buying it up. Like they will buy it and then after going home only, or after going, they will check the taste of the mango. The same way, the skill set, they will not be evaluating that 1 hour. So after the work only, they will be like after you join your work only, they will be evaluating it. So think in that mind. So always try to sell yourself. It's the time is given 1 hour. So keep the ball in your court. Whatever you are strong in, try to give an example, scenarios, all that stuff. So he should be convinced by that. Even if you are not able to answer a couple of questions, that should not come on top of his mind. Whatever the scenario, whatever the example you are telling, that should come in his top of mind. You're getting my point, right? And you just have 2 questions for the interviewer. Like the best 2 questions is like you can ask that how big my team, and what are the different tools I'm using it. All that will be a good question. The bad question will be about the salary, like what will be the salary, or will I be working single man, or will be working as a team. All that kind of thing, it might be a bad question.
I think this is one of the compulsory questions is the work location. You will be a remote or hybrid.
Yes, that's a very good point. Even I'll ask you to skip that for the question. The reason why I'm asking is, let's say if he has in a mind that he wants to make it a hybrid, our question should not disturb him. Like saying that we are not coming as in person. Let's decide that after you join. Like for you now, you need some the gate to sit in the office, and then once you have one role, then getting the other role it's super easy for you. But you have to have one entry. So for that, you try to avoid that question for that. Okay, next week. Okay, so we almost end of the slide. So once after the interview is done, try to ask the business card. When I say business card, try to ask their email ID or their LinkedIn contacts, or even sometimes they don't give a phone number. So try to get their email ID. Send a nice thank you email for them. So that like this is the time. Even if you don't know how to type it, there's some tool to help you in getting that. Okay. Don't forget, send the email to him, and then try to follow with him. And then if you are not getting a response in the 3 to 4 days, then just send a personalized message. I want to know the feedback, how I'm doing it, and be in good book with him always, him or her, always. Even like, because for that role you might not be at the right fit, but after a couple of months or that stuff, if something comes in his way, again that comes, like he will not be posting it in the LinkedIn or in the place. Like he directly will reach to you and then will take you. Or even if that's not the case, you can learn something from him. At the end of the day, you can learn something from him, and then try to ask, like, can I give a call? And then what are the mistakes I did and what areas of improvement I need to do it. You can check it with him, and he will guide you in different ways. Let's say if he is talking with you for 5 minutes, he might give some tips in that 5 minutes. Like this company there is opening, in Toronto there is opening, all that. That is what you need. So no one will stop us in getting a job. For sure, we all will be landing in a good job, but it's a matter of time, and it's the learning. So it's like, don't think that like if you are not getting in one interview, if you're not cleared in one interview, don't think that I don't have a skill or that. It's just a learning. It's not a failure, it's an experience. Always, how much experience you are getting in your life, that much success you will see it in your life. Like, don't ever think that as a failure, because if you think it is a failure, or if you're not confident about yourself, then we lose our. Always be confident, and always be whatever the failure you are getting, or sorry, whatever the experience you are getting it, try to learn that. Like, try to contact the interviewer and ask more questions, all that, and then you will be more successful. Hope I didn't bore you, and something that's useful for